welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be discussing the two-column cash book. Previously we talked about the single-column cash book, and the difference between that and this is that single column has to do with the dealings of cash receipts and cash payment, while this double column has to do with both cash and bank transactions in the same book. So bank and cash transactions are recorded under separate columns. So when there is two-column cash book, there can be a transaction like contra entry. So contra entry is an entry in which a cash account and bank account are involved and recorded on both sides of the cash book. The purpose of contra entry is to indicate the transactions that affect both the cash and the bank balances. So this is what's here. This is what it states. It says cash movement to and from bank. So it shows movement or transfer of cash from the office to the bank on one side and withdrawal of cash from the bank to the office. So this is how we treat such entries. So the first one is withdrawal of cash from bank to the office. When we withdraw cash from bank, the cash is increasing, but the bank account balance is reducing. So we debit cash because it's increasing, and we credit the bank because it is reducing. So the second one is withdrawal of cash from office and paid into the bank. So when we withdraw cash from office and we pay it directly into the bank, the money in the bank is increasing, which is going to be debited, and the cash in the office is reducing, which is going to be credited. So here I state a contra entry is any transaction recorded twice in an account. Such transactions are not to be posted to the ledger again. So let's look at an illustration. So here I state that I prepared the two-column cash book from the information given below. November 1st, we have bank balance 23,500. We have cash balance on the same date 500. We have November 2nd, cash sales 3,000. November 4th, check from Lola 2,500 naira. November 5th, rent paid by cash 1,000 naira. November 8th, paid cash to bank 1,200 naira. November 18th, cash sales paid directly to bank 4,000 naira. November 28th, paid BIAME by check 5,500 naira. November 30th, withdrawn cash from bank 22,200 naira. November 30th again, paid wages in cash 5,720. So we'll be preparing the two-column cash. This is how the format of two-column cash book is like here. So it has both the cash and the bank column on both sides. So remember, we debit receipts and we credit payments. So let's go ahead. So the first transaction is the bank balance 23,500 naira. So it's increasing the amount in the bank, so it will be debited. November 1st, balance brought forward. It's going to be debited under bank 23,500. So on November 1st again, there's a cash balance of 500 naira, so it's going to be debited here as well because it's on the same date. So the next transaction is cash sales of 3,000 naira. So when there is cash sales, you made sales, cash is coming into the business, so it's going to be debited. It's an income, it's a receipt, so it's going to be debited. November 2nd, sales. Since it's cash sales, it's going to be debited under the cash column 3,000 naira. So the next transaction is November 4th, check from Lola 2,500 naira. So that means the business receives a check from Lola. It's going to be debited because it's a receipt. So November 4th, Lola is going to be debited under bank because it's a check receipt from Lola 2,500 naira. 2,500 naira. November 5th, rent paid by cash 1,000 naira. So when a rent is being paid, it's like a payment being made. Yes, so it's going to be credited here. So November 5th, rents. Since it's paid by cash, it's going to be credited under the cash column 1,000 naira. So November 8th, paid cash to bank. So there's a contra entry there. So I said we are going to debit the bank with 1 2. So it's going to be cash contra under bank 1 200. And we're going to be crediting cash with 1 200. So November 8, bank contra under cash 1 200. So the next transaction is on November 18. There was a cash sales paid directly to the bank. So when there's a cash sale, it's an income, but it is paid directly to the bank of 4,000 naira. So it's going to be debited November 18 sales. Since the cash is paid to bank, it's going to be debited with 4,000 naira under bank. So November 28th, they paid BIAME by check 5,500 naira. So this is a payment, it's going out. So it's going to be credited. November 28th, BIAME by check. It's going to be under bank 5,500 naira. So November 30th, they withdrew cash from bank. So this one too is a contra entry because you are withdrawing cash from bank. That's bank and cash involved. So when you withdraw cash from bank, so the bank account is reducing, so it's going to be credited. November 30th, cash contra. Since I said the bank is going to be credited, it's going to be credited under here 22,200, while cash is going to be debited. November 30th, bank contra, cash is going to be debited with 22,200. So November 30th, they also paid wages in cash of 5,720. So this is an expense, is a payment. So on the 30th again, wages in cash, so it's going to be under the cash column 5,720. So we're going to balance it all up and derive our balancing figure. So for the for the debit side of cash, we have 500 plus 3,000 plus 22,200. We have 25,700. It's higher than the credit side, so this is going to be the balance here. 23,700. 25, sorry. 25,700. Here too. 25,700. So on the debit side of bank, we have 23,500. 25 plus 1,200 plus 4,000. We have 31,200, and it's higher than this side, so it's going to be the balancing. That's 1,200. So the difference is going to be on November 30th. Balance carriage down. It's going to be the difference between the credit side and the debit side. So let's add up the credit side. Cash column is 1,000 plus 1,200 plus 5,720 gives us 7,920 minus the debit side, which is 25,700. It's going to give us 17,780. While on the credit side, bank column is going to be 5,500 plus 22,200 to give us 27,700. So we minus it from the debited side, which we got 31,200. So minus 31,200. It's going to be 3,500. So it's going to be carried forward to the next month, which is December 1st. Balance brought down 17,780, then 3,500. That's all for now. So the next video will explain the 3-column cash book. Thank you.